We're into a new year, and we have a new theme that's Find Us Faithful.
咁咧，我哋今年咧係新嘅一年啦，2017啦。咁我哋有一個新嘅主題啦，咁就係即係要忠心嘅。
The last time I spoke on this subject, I talked about the parable of the persistent widow. She was faithful in prayer.
上一次咧，佢咧就講咧，就係講一個比喻啦。嗰個比喻咧就係有一個寡婦啦。嗰個寡婦咧，佢係好忍耐、好忠心嘅。
And I found that there are lots of stories told by Jesus, parables, that fit this topic of faithfulness, us being faithful.
咁咧，原來咧，主耶穌咧都有好多其他嘅比喻咧，亦都係同呢個主題咧係吻合嘅。
So today I'll talk about the parable, what's sometimes called or often called the parable of the faithful servant.
所以今日咧，我哋想講嘅題目咧就係話，嗰個比喻就叫做忠心嘅僕人。
So as we start, let's first have a word of prayer.
我哋講到之前咧，我哋一齊祈禱。
Father in heaven, thank you for giving us good morning, good weather, good place to meet together.
師父感謝你俾我哋有好早上啦，好嘅天氣啦，好嘅地方啦，咁我哋可以一齊嘅敬拜你。
Thank you for giving us a peaceful place, city where we can come without any kind of fear.
咁咧感謝你俾我哋咧係可以一個和平嘅地方咧嚟到去崇拜，喺香港呢個地方咧係即係呢個係自由嘅一個地方去崇拜。
Please help me as I speak, Dorothy as she translates, and everyone else as they listen, that we can hear you and your word for us today.
求主祝福我哋每一個，無論係講嘅，無論係翻譯嘅，無論係聽嘅，求主都幫助我哋去明白你嘅話語。
In Jesus' name we pray.
奉主名求。
Amen. Okay, let's read the verse. Now here there's a lot of Bible reading at the beginning. A little bit more than usual, but that's not bad. That's good.
我哋今朝咧會開頭咧就會稍微讀多一啲嘅經文。
Okay, let's start. So first, that's because this parable is found in 3 places, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. So I'm going to read all of them.
呢一個古仔咧，或者呢個比喻咧，就記載喺3本唔同嘅書裏邊啦，馬太啦、馬可啦同埋路加。咁我哋3個經文咧都會讀嘅。
So let's start in Matthew 24, verses 42 to 51.
首先咧，我會讀馬太福音，係記載喺24章42到51節。
Therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known at what time of night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him.
因此你們要警醒，因為不知道你們的主什麼時候要來。你們都知道，家主若曉得竊賊晚上什麼時候會來，就會提高警覺，不讓他摸進屋裏。所以你們也要準備妥當，因為在想不到的時候，人子就來了。
Who then is the faithful and wise servant whom the master has put in charge of the servants in his household to give them their food at the proper time? It will be good for that servant whose master finds him doing so when he returns. Truly I tell you, he will put him in charge of all of his possessions.
誰是忠心和精明的僕人，被主人指派管理全家，按時分派糧食的呢？主人來到，看見他這樣做，那僕人就有福了。我實在告訴你們，主人要指派他管理自己的一切財產。
But suppose that servant is wicked and says to himself, my master is staying away a long time. And he then begins to beat his fellow servants and to eat and drink with drunkards. The master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he is not aware of. He will cut him to pieces and assign him a place with the hypocrites, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
如果他是個壞的僕人，心裏說我的主人不會那麼快回來，就動手打其他的僕人，又和醉酒的人吃喝。在他想不到的日子，不知道的時間，那僕人的主人要來，嚴厲地處罰他，使他和虛偽的人同在一起，在那裏必要哀哭切齒。
Okay, that's Matthew. Mark 1 is short. Matthew 13:34 through 37.
馬可福音嘅記載真係比較短啲，喺13章34至到37節。
The day on which the Son of Man comes is like a man going away. He leaves his house and puts his servants in charge, each with their assigned task, and tells the one at the door to keep watch. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know when the owner of the house will come back, whether in the evening or at midnight, or when the rooster crows or at dawn. If he comes suddenly, do not let him find you sleeping. What I say to you, I say to everyone, watch.
人子降臨那時，就像一個人出外遠行，把責任一一地交給他的僕人，又吩咐看門的要警醒。所以你們要警醒，因為你們不知道家主什麼時候來到，也許在黃昏，也許在半夜，也許在雞叫時，也許在清晨。恐怕他忽然來到，發現你們正在睡覺。我對你們所說的話，也是對眾人說的，你們要警醒。
Okay, one more from Luke. Luke chapter 12, verses 35 to 48.
最後一段嘅咧係記載喺路加福音12章35至到48節。
Be dressed, ready for service, and keep your lamps burning, like servants waiting for their master to return from a wedding banquet, so that when he comes and knocks, they can immediately open the door for him. It will be good for those servants whose master finds them watching when he comes. Truly, I tell you, the master will dress himself to serve, will have them recline at the table, and will come and wait on them. It will be good for those servants whose master finds them ready, even if he comes in the middle of the night or toward daybreak. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. 35.
你們的腰當束起來，燈也該點着，像等候自己的主人從婚宴回來一樣，好叫你們在主人回來敲門時，立刻給他開門。主人來到，看見僕人警醒，這些僕人就有福了。我實在告訴你們，主人必親自束腰，招待他們吃飯，進前來侍候他們。主人也許半夜之前或天亮之前回來，看見他們這樣，這些僕人就有福了。你們都知道，家主若曉得竊賊什麼時候來，就不會讓他摸進屋裏。你們也要準備妥當，因為在想不到的時候，人子就來了。
Peter asked, Lord, are you telling this parable to us or to everyone? The Lord answered, Who then is the faithful and wise manager whom the Lord puts in charge of his servants to give them their food allowance at the proper time? It will be good for that servant whom the master finds him doing so when he returns. Truly I tell you, he will put him in charge of all of his possessions. But suppose the servant says to himself, My master is taking a long time in coming, and then begins to beat the other servants, both men and women, and to eat and drink and get drunk. The master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and in an hour he is not aware of. He'll cut him to pieces and assign him a place with the unbelievers.
彼得說：主啊，你說這比喻是為我們，還是為眾人呢？主說：誰是那忠心精明的管家，被主人指派管理家裏的僕人，按時分糧呢？主人來到的時候，看見他這樣作，那僕人就有福了。我實在告訴你們，主人要指派他管理主人的一切財產。 如果那僕人心裏說，我的主人不會那麼快回來，就動手打其他的僕人使女，並且吃喝醉酒，在他想不到的日子、不知道的時間，那僕人的主人要來嚴厲地處罰他，使他和不信的人同在一起。
The servant who knows the master's will and does not get ready, or does not do what the master wants, will be beaten with many blows. But the one who does not know and does things deserving punishment will be beaten with few blows. From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked.
那僕人知道主人的意思，卻不預備，也不照他的意思行，必多受責打。但那不知道的，雖然作了該受責打的事，也必少受責打。多給誰就向誰多取，多託誰就向誰多要。
Okay. Jesus uses an example that everyone would have been familiar with at that time of servants put in charge of something while the master goes away.
呢個比喻咧，就主耶穌咧就係應用咗當時一個當時年代咧一個好常見嘅例子，就係嗰個家主咧佢會有管家啦。咁當家主唔喺屋企嘅時候，會發生咩事？
Okay, so is there a modern example of that?
呢個古仔咧就係引用當時嘅情況。咁其實可唔可以應用喺而家嘅情況咧？
I think there are lots of similar situations today.
我估計咧就都有好多相似嘅地方。
An employee sitting in the office.
或者係譬如有啲員工啦，咁佢喺個寫字樓嗰度坐喺度啦。
Playing on the phone, video games, watching videos of cute kittens.
咁咧就攞住個手機啦，咁喺度打機啦，或者喺度睇緊啲嗰啲短片啦，好得意嗰啲貓仔啊。
You know, when you're doing that, you get quite involved, and you're not aware. Suddenly, the boss is standing at your desk. What are you doing?
咁咧因為好好睇嘛，咁就冇留神咯，好集中精神就對住部手機。突然間，老闆喺你側邊喎，就同你講你做緊咩？
Maybe the helper takes the toddler, the 2-year-old, to the playground. Okay, maybe you're in this situation. Sits down on the bench and starts again, sending messages on the phone. Suddenly, the employer is there. Where are my children?
咁咧，或者咧就係可能有啲家傭咧，咁有時咧會帶嗰啲小朋友咧，就2歲啊嗰啲咁咧，就落去公園度玩嘛。咁帶咗落去之後，咁佢就會坐低喺張凳度啦。咁開始睇個手機啦，跟住咧發信息咯喎。咁發下之後咧，突然間發覺，老闆喺佢側邊就問佢：個小朋友去邊啊
？An English teacher goes into the classroom, and there's the TV, and he puts in the Harry Potter video, and then falls asleep.
咁咧就呢個老師教英文嘅，咁上英文堂。咁咧佢咧就開咗個即係影片啦，俾佢睇啦，就係哈利波特嗰啲影片啦。咁開咗個影片之後，咁佢哋好用心睇，咁老師咧就坐咗喺張台度開始瞌眼瞓啦，瞓覺啦。
Suddenly, the principal is standing there. What's going on here?
咁突然間咧，就校長咧就喺佢旁邊喎，啪，咁佢醒咗啦。你呢度搞緊咩啊？搞緊咩事啊
A child is in the room, studying for a test. Suddenly, Mama comes in the room, opens the door. Are you being tested on Barbie dolls tomorrow?
咁咧有個小朋友咧，佢本嚟喺個房嗰度咧，佢就要練習啦，要溫習，因為要考要測驗啦，溫習啦。咁突然間咧，阿媽咧就入咗間房啦，跟住就問佢：你聽日要考芭比公仔咩？
Okay, one more. A little bit different. Let's say you're a dad at home in the Philippines raising the children.
咁咧就係譬如我哋啲姊妹嘅丈夫啦，咁佢會喺菲律賓姊妹嘅丈夫啦，佢哋喺菲律賓嗰度咧就負責照顧屋企人啦、啲仔女啦。
Did you ever want to just go home and not tell your husband and just knock on the door and say surprise?
咁你有冇試過 過咧你想行即係俾個驚喜佢哋，你唔話俾佢聽你放假翻去，咁你突然間咧就翻到去，咁啊打開道門，跟住同佢講，哇係咪好開心咧？會唔會咁樣
？Now, all of these examples are just to show that the times have changed, but people haven't changed.
咁咧舉呢個例子咧，其實咧就係想講咧，雖然咧我哋而家同主耶穌嗰個年代咧係改變咗，但係咧人嗰啲諗法咧其實都冇乜變。
Okay, I didn't put this in my notes, but when the cat is away, the mice play, right?
咁咧就等於我哋有一句諺語咧，就話當隻貓咧行開咗嘅時候咧，咁老鼠咧要開派對啦，要玩啦。
When the boss goes away, there's a temptation to slack off, to take it easy, to take a nap, ignore your job duties, or even do a completely different job on the side.
咁咧，如果老闆唔喺度，咁其實咧就有一個誘因啦。呢個誘因咧令到你想唞唞啦、hea hea啦，或者瞓個覺啦。甚至乎咧，總之就唔好做本嚟要做嗰啲工作啦。
The problem is we never really know exactly when the boss is going to come back.
但係問題咧就往往係咧，我哋通常都唔知道究竟老闆幾時翻嚟。
If we did know that, even if we're fooling around the rest of the time, we would quit and get right back to work 5 minutes before the boss was due, right?
嗱，如果知道老闆幾時翻嚟，咁就容易做啦。咁甚至乎我哋照舊喺度 hea 啊，喺度攤唞，咁明知老闆幾時翻嚟，喺佢翻嚟之前5分鐘，咁我翻位埋位，又正經做嘢咪得咯。
That would not be a very smart boss, right? Hey everybody.
咁如果係咁咧，咁變咗嗰個老闆咧，又唔係肯定唔係精明
Let
嘅
me
老
tell you
闆啦。
exactly when I'm coming back. No. Don't do that.
會唔會有咁嘅老闆咧？直情話俾你聽，我幾分幾秒會出現咧？
Now, Jesus compares the master's return or the boss's return to a thief.
主耶穌咧，佢咧呢個比喻咧就話，當主人翻嚟嘅時候咧，就好似咧賊仔入屋咁。
Is that a good comparison?
比喻得好唔好咧
？Yes, but in what way?
咁主耶穌比喻梗係好，咁但係點好法咧
Is Jesus saying bosses are bad like thieves because they're going to steal something from you?
嗱，如果你咁樣諗，如果你話即係嗰啲賊梗係衰噶啦，唔好啦，又會偷嘢，咁唔通老闆就係咁嘅咩
Okay, no, that's not the point of his comparison. He was comparing the boss's return to the time of the theft.
咁先頭所講嘅咧，就唔係話呢個比喻所講嘅精髓。呢個比喻嘅所講嘅精髓係講緊個時間性，就係話老闆翻嚟嘅時候咧，就好似賊仔入屋嗰個時間一樣。
That is when you're not expecting it.
意思咧就係話，當你唔留神，完全唔諗到佢會出現嘅時間，佢就會出現。
The spiritual lesson of Jesus' parable is clearly stated in those verses that we read.
先頭咧，我哋讀咗經文啦，咁亦都經文亦都講咗嗰個比喻背後嘅屬靈嘅意義啦。
It's a clear message. It's relevant to us today.
呢個比喻都好清晰嘅，亦都對我哋今日咧係好恰當嘅。
Did you catch it?
我哋收唔收到咧？得唔得着？
Here it is. Jesus is coming back, but we don't know when, so be ready at all times.
嗰個教訓就係主耶穌咧，佢會隨時會再翻嚟，但我哋唔知幾時。
Okay.
但我哋要預備好。
What does that mean? Okay. Yeah, I want to be ready. What does it mean? How can I be ready?
點樣預備好咧？咩意思咧？
Luke 12:47 makes an interesting statement. The servant who knows the master's will and does not get ready or does not do what the master wants. That gives us that tells us how we can be ready.
路加福音呢度講咧就話唔預備好嘅意思咧，就係嗰個僕人佢明明知道主人嘅意思，但係佢又唔預備喎，又唔照佢嘅意思而行喎。
So what is being ready? Being ready, being prepared means that we are being faithful. We're being obedient. We're doing what the master wants.
咁預備好嘅意思咧，就係等於咧，我哋咧要忠心，要去服從主人想我哋做啲乜嘢。
So we can change this statement back here just a little bit. Jesus is coming back, but we don't know when, so always be doing what he wants you to be doing.
咁咧，我哋可以稍為轉一轉嘅意思，即係話俾你聽，轉一轉咁樣講。主耶穌翻緊嚟嘅，但我哋唔知幾時。咁但係咧，無論幾時都好，要預備好。
By doing what he wants, by being obedient.
就要係忠心嘅去遵守佢想你做啲乜嘢嘅。
Now the scripture tells us that the consequences of not being prepared, not being faithful, are not good.
經文咧亦都有提到咧，就話如果你冇預備好，如果你冇唔忠心嘅話咧，咁有啲乜嘢後果？
It's not just a slap on the wrist, it's seriously bad.
唔係話就打下手板咁樣嘅，而係好嚴重嘅。
Matthew 24:51 and Luke 12 at the end say a similar thing. He will cut him to pieces and assign him a place with the hypocrites, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
馬太福音嘅記載同埋路加福音嘅記載咧，喺呢度咧，關於嗰個後果，即係個懲罰咧，係好相似嘅。就話咧，主人咧就會將呢個僕人咧就斬成6塊，跟住咧就會將佢擺咗一笪地方啦。嗰笪地方咧係同嗰啲講大話、偽善嗰啲人一齊嘅。咁喺嗰度咧，呢個僕人咧就會哀哭切齒啦。
Luke says it's a place with the unbelievers.
路加福音嗰度咧就話嗰笪地方咧就係同不信嘅人一齊嘅。
So if you and I claim to be a follower of Jesus, but we don't act like it, then we're a hypocrite.
咁意思就係話，如果呢一啲人咧，佢話我哋自己係跟從耶穌，係基督徒嚟嘅，但係佢喺個行為嗰度冇做到嘅話咧，咁就等於咧佢係講大話，佢係偽善者。
It's not really different from being an unbeliever.
其實呢一個同唔信耶穌嘅人係冇分別嘅。
And the master isn't amused.
咁樣對主人嚟講咧，主人係唔高興嘅。
Terrible punishment will follow the death of the unprepared, the unfaithful, and the disobedient servant.
主人翻嚟嘅時候咧，會對呢啲咁唔忠心、咁冇預備好嘅僕人咧，係會有好嚴厲嘅責罰。
Well, that's really negative. On to the positive side, what are the consequences of being prepared, of being faithful?
先同我哋講咗個反面啊，講咗啲唔忠心、唔預備好就會有啲咩結果。咁我哋再睇一睇，調翻轉嚟正面嘅，如果你預備好，你忠心又有啲咩結果？
There is a reward.
有獎勵。
Truly I tell you, Matthew 24:47, truly I tell you, he will put him in charge of all of his possessions.
馬太福音咧就話咧，主人咧會將佢所有嘅家庭嗰啲嘢咧都交託俾佢。
Luke 12:43, it will be good for the servant whom the master finds doing so when he returns. Truly I tell you, he will put him in charge of all of his possessions.
咁路加嗰度咧，亦都係類似嘅，就話咧主人咧見到呢個僕人咁忠心，佢翻到嚟嘅時候咧，佢就會將佢其他嘅一切嗰啲責任啊嗰啲性咧交託俾佢。
So it's a kind of a higher position, a higher status or responsibility, like a promotion.
所以個結果咧，其實係升職啦，可能係加薪啦，更多嘅責任啦。一個地位嘅提升咯。
Now that's great. Here's a really interesting kind of reward. Luke 12:37. It will be good for those servants whose master finds them watching when he comes. Truly, I tell you, the master will dress himself to serve, will have them recline at the table, and will come and wait on them.
嗱，路加福音咧，亦都有關於呢個獎賞咧，就更寫得更微細啦。呢度咧就話咧，主人翻嚟啦，見到僕人忠心啦，咁咧佢咧就主人咧就會束腰啦，着好件衫咧嚟到去服侍呢個僕人，嚟到即係端飯啦、送菜去服侍呢個僕人。
Now this just blows out our modern day examples. I mean, we don't see this nowadays, this part.
嗱，咁呢一個部分咧，就係、如果我哋用現今個社會嚟嘅情況嚟諗咧，咁咧就都比較難啦，即係都唔會有呢啲事情發生嘅。
If you do, it's highly unusual.
如果真係有呢啲咁嘅情況發生咧，就係、非常少有、非常特別嘅。
The master will serve the servants.
因為佢調翻轉嚟喎，明明係主人，就反而去招呼、去服侍僕人。
So in other words, when you and I are faithful and obedient to Jesus as a lifestyle, there's a reward for you and I when Jesus returns.
但係聖經經文就係咁講啦，就話主耶穌再嚟嘅時候，如果發覺我哋係預備好、係忠心嘅話咧，佢咧就會為我哋預備筵席嚟到去服侍我哋。
We'll be given a higher position, higher status, and the Lord Himself will serve us.
到嗰個時候，僕人嘅地位就會提升啦，升職加薪啦，而主自己咧就會去服侍嗰個僕人。
I'm not sure what that means, but it's good.
對我嚟講咧，呢個比較上難掌握，但係我哋知道係好嘢嚟嘅。
It's good. So, how do we keep watch today?
咁講翻轉頭，點樣可以得到呢啲好嘢？點樣警醒？
You know, when we say, I confess Jesus as Lord, what are we saying?
認主耶穌為主 ，confess。
Yeah, right.
咁認主耶穌為主。
What are we saying? We're saying He is our master.
我哋點樣講？我哋點樣講？我哋係認主耶穌為主，話主係我哋嘅主，我哋係佢僕人。
Then we're saying, I'm going to do what my master wants. I'm going to be faithful.
亦都喺眾人面前承認，我要忠心嘅，我要作一個預備好嘅僕人。
So everyone, let's keep watch. What do we do? Get the binoculars out and stand in the sky all day? Is that?
咁嗱，我哋要守望啊，警醒，係咪即係話要攞個望遠鏡？咁你喺個邊房嗰度夾實望實，係咪咁樣警醒守望咧？
At nighttime, I'm never, ever going to sleep. I'm going to stay awake forever now.
咁係咪真係好字面？喂，警醒喎，即係成日都要醒嘅，係咪唔準瞓覺？係咪夜晚都唔準瞓覺咁嚟等法咧
Okay, I think what keeping watch for us means is the first line up there. I think it means something like this, where we do God's will, just as if Jesus was standing in the room with us all the time, physically.
咁我哋可以試下咁樣嚟解釋啊，就係警醒嘅意思咧，就係我哋當咧主耶穌成日都喺我哋身邊，咁無論我哋做緊啲乜嘢嘢，當我嘅主人喺度睇實我哋嘅，咁嚟到去做嘢。
I think it means putting God's will above our own will.
或者換句字眼嚟講咧，就係以佢嘅旨意為先，就唔好諗住自己嘅肉體嘅享樂或者要休息啊嗰啲咁樣。
Now, there are a lot of ways we can do that. From these parables, I've just picked a few examples. It's not all, but it's a few from the parables.
嗱，咁我哋其實講呢個比喻咧，咁我哋就舉咗啲例子啦。咁但係當然呢個只不過係好片面嘅，因為我哋可以引申好多其他嘅例子。
Right, the parable said that the servants started to beat the other servants, so don't mistreat others.
嗱，譬如嗰個比喻就話你係管家嚟喎，你當你嘅主人行開咗嘅時候，你就苦待其他嗰啲僕人。咁呢個唔啱啊嘛，所以我哋就唔應該，就算你係本身已經係管理階層嘅，你唔應該去 用你嘅權柄嚟到去刻薄其他人。
Being ready, keeping watch for us means that we don't indulge in pleasures all the time. The servant went and hung out with the drunkards, got drunk all the time. We don't indulge in pleasures. Our life is not a life of just always giving myself pleasure.
咁另外一個提醒咧就係唔好話咧，因為睺住老闆唔喺度啦，咁咪可以放縱下咯，即係可以滿足自己嘅肉體嘅各方面嘅開心咯，或者甚至乎譬如去即係飲酒啊，即係吃喝玩樂啊嗰啲咁樣咯。
And we don't say, Jesus, you've left me some work to do. I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, don't put it off. Do it now.
亦都咧有暗示咗嘅意思咧，就係話你要預備好嘛，唔係話我知道主耶穌想我做啲乜嘅，我聽日先做啦。
We do it. Yeah.
咁其實呢個唔係主嘅意思，主嘅意思係想我哋而家就去做。
It's regular. It's a habit.
將佢咧成為一個習慣，咁咧就常常都去做。
And don't forget,
唔好
the master is coming back.
唔好忘記咧，因為老闆會翻嚟嘅，主會翻嚟嘅。
Do we forget that?
我哋有冇忘記咧
Yeah, sure. I think it's easy. It's an easy thing to forget.
係啦，其實會好容易忘記嘅啲。
So that's an attitude we have to try to keep and hold on, is that Jesus is coming back.
咁所以我哋個態度咧就係去成日都預備好主耶穌隨時都會翻嚟。
Am I being faithful every day to Him?
可能問下自己，究竟我係咪每日都係咁樣忠心預備好警醒嚟到去等候咧？
On the day Jesus comes in the clouds with great power and glory, will He find you and I doing what He wants us to be doing?
聖經咧就話咧，主耶穌翻嚟嘅時候咧，佢係坐住雲彩咁翻嚟嘅，係滿有榮耀、滿有權威咁翻嚟嘅。當佢咁樣翻嚟嘅時候，佢係咪見到我哋係一個忠心守望嘅僕人咧
Okay, let's pray.
我哋一齊祈禱。
Dear Jesus, you left this earth in your physical body.
主耶穌，你為咗我哋咧，就喺肉體嘅層面咧，你離開咗呢個世界。
And even though we haven't met you in that way, we miss you.
雖然咧，我哋冇親眼咁見過肉身嘅主耶穌。
We're sorry that we aren't always good servants of yours.
我哋覺得好我哋好多時唔係做到警醒守望，唔夠忠心，唔係一個好嘅僕人。
Strengthen us to faithfully do your will until you return, that we will be ready on that day.
求主堅立你嘅教會，你嘅門徒，讓我哋咧都可以去到主再來嘅日子咧，都係無愧嘅僕人。
Jesus, we pray in your name. Amen.
我哋奉主嘅名求。